Alright. Okay. Keep it together. Keep it together. Oh. Hey guys. This is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and well, where do I begin with this one? No, I'm completely serious. Where in fucking hell do I begin with this one? I don't even know where to begin with, of course, today's movie that I'm going to be talking about here today. In fact, I shouldn't call this as a regular old movie in particular. I guess it's safe to say this is probably the most strange, the most bizarre, and yet the most craziest thing I have ever seen in cinematic history. And given to some of the other movies I've talked about in the past, that is definitely saying a whole lot. Like, a ton. Okay, well, alright, I guess stepping aside from, of course, all that, so yeah, I guess you can kind of see where I'm getting at with, of course, this one, and yeah, I guess you can pretty much tell, yeah, my voice is, of course, back to normal fully, so yeah, man, it feels good to, of course, getting back in full swing for sure. I've been downing a lot of tea and honey every single day for sure, just to get it right as hang for sure, and yeah, I think it's safe to say that I did get it back fully, to which I'm actually really proud of for sure, so yeah, and of course currently as of now, by the time this video goes live, I'm already spending this entire week for sure getting myself prepped up for, of course, TorahCon that's going to be coming up right around to the first weekend of March for sure, so I'm really excited for that, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you guys there if you actually are planning on attending for sure, so yeah, I've got a lot to do for sure, and not to worry, I will have a promo video up on my second channel just to get the word out for sure, but until that comes around, I want to focus mainly on, of course, talking about today's movie that I'm going to be talking about here today, so yeah, I think we might as well go ahead and dive right into it here today, so yeah, I guess if you may recall in the last thoughts video that I did where I talked about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, I think I actually did tease a certain strange and bizarre movie that I'm actually shooting to go see and talk about in the next thoughts video for sure, and well, I guess if anything, I did live up to that promise fully, and well, I just literally got back from, of course, seeing it for sure, and well, I think we might as well go ahead and of course, talk about it here today, so yeah, I guess you can pretty much see where I'm going at for sure, but for those who don't for sure, well, I think for today's movie, I think we might as well get into the pretty much the strange and bizarre one for sure, with, of course, today's movie I'm going to be talking about, to which, thankfully, I did have my mom tag along with me this time, just to see for herself, and, well, I guess, if anything, there's no way in hell I would actually say no to, of course, having my mom tag along with me for, of course, seeing this movie. But hey, I'm pretty sure I can handle that for sure, but I want to focus mainly on just talking about it from my point of view for sure, So yeah, anyways, I think, yeah, I did tease this at the end of course, my last thoughts video, and here I am talking about it here today, so yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into, of course, the time where, of course, there is some really bizarre PSAs out there showing us the evils of drugs for sure, and boy, there's quite a whole lot for sure, and given to, of course, with today's movie I'm talking about, boy, we're going to be in for a wild ride for sure. So yeah, enough about me yapping for sure. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. So yeah, and I guess if you couldn't recall, I'm of course going to be in for a strange and bizarre one, as I'm going to be talking about today's movie that officially came out not too long ago, which is none other than Cocaine Bear. So yeah, I did tease this at the end of my last thoughts video that I did, and well, here I am talking about it here today now that it's officially out, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so before I could go ahead and talk about this movie for sure, where do I begin with, of course, this one? Well, now, I think just by, before you can actually, get yourself in massive confusion for sure, hear me out, so yeah, I guess if anything, judging by the way I actually said the title alone, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys out there are, of course, thinking to yourself, what? Yeah, I think I know for sure that's pretty much your reaction when I, mentioned the title of course, this movie. It's pretty much, what? And yeah, I guess I won't lie. I actually did have that similar reaction when I first saw the trailer for, of course, this movie for sure. In fact, I did recall when I actually first saw the trailer for, of course, this film. Yeah, I think I actually did think to myself, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, like yeah, I think it's almost like, it almost looks like one of those fake trailers for movies that just couldn't exist, and yet, well, I guess surprisingly enough, this actually is a real thing for sure, and yeah, pretty much of anything, it actually is, of course, pretty much what you think it would do. It's pretty much a movie about a bear that fucking did cocaine. You heard right, a bear that fucking did cocaine. Let that sink in for sure, and do you want to know the actual bizarre thing of course this movie? It's actually loosely based on a true story that did happen well over a few decades ago. Yeah, I'm not kidding on that. I actually did look up the actual true story this movie is in fact loosely based on. I said loosely for sure, not directly, loosely based on a true story, and yeah, it's just about as bizarre as you might think for sure. I think pretty much the whole story of course, Cocaine Bear, or of course as it goes by its other name, Pablo Escobar, is actually a strange and bizarre story that you almost like, you would think to yourself, wait, there's no way in hell that actually did happen, right? And, well, it actually did, and I can't go into a full detail on, of course, the actual true events that actually did happen a few decades ago, which did inspire this movie for sure, but I do recommend checking that out, just in case you're quite curious, so. But yeah, I guess until then, I just want to focus mainly on the movie on its own for sure, just to see what I'm going to be in for. So yeah, despite the fact that I was actually massively confused because of how strange and bizarre the idea for, of course, this movie is, it did actually got me quite curious to actually go and see it, just to see what a strange and bizarre movie-going experience I'll be in for. And I know that's saying a whole lot because I have seen plenty of stuff in media that is in fact strange and bizarre for sure, ranging from, of course, movies, TV shows, anime, or hell, why not musicals as well? So, but either way, I actually wanted to give this movie a fair shot for sure, just to see, of course, what I'm actually gonna be in for sure, just to see if it is strange and bizarre for sure. And well, I just literally got back from, of course, seeing it not too long ago. Once again, thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas for letting me do so, which, yeah, I will give them credit. I don't know if they actually have a full-on picture of that, but they did have a really, really nice replica of course, Cocaine Bear in light of course, this movie for sure. So, good on them for, of course, doing that for sure. So, but yeah, I've actually decided to head on back there for sure, just to actually go and see the film myself, just to see on how a strange and bizarre true story would actually work as a strange and bizarre horror comedy for sure. And yeah, they did advertise this as a pretty much a comedy and a horror movie at the same time. So again, let that sink in for sure. So yeah, now that I've actually got back from, of course, seeing it myself, I guess a lot of you guys are wondering, what do I think of this strange and bizarre movie that I'm actually in for? Well, the hell else were you thinking is, yeah, I think it's about as strange, bizarre, and of course crazy at the same time, pretty much all rolled up in this massive package of a movie, and yet, I'm not gonna lie, I actually enjoy it. Yeah, I'm completely serious. I think this movie is good. Yeah, I mean, it's not great by all means, but yeah, I mean, it's no big surprise. I actually do like this movie for sure, yeah. So yeah, it's about as strange, bizarre, and crazy that you would expect for sure, like, of course, pretty much any sense of reality and logic that we actually have for sure is, of course, rolled up and it's thrown completely out the window. And I surprisingly like it in the end for sure, so yeah, it's pretty much what you would expect for sure, but yeah, it's strange, crazy, and bizarre for sure. But I actually really do like it in the end for sure, which actually makes it not great, but still a pretty good movie nevertheless, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I guess I might as well talk about everything that I need to talk about as best as I can for sure, So yeah, I guess for starters is, of course, the story behind this movie, and yeah, I guess if anything, pretty much from what I can gather, I think pretty much if anything, it would beg the question, how do you actually make a true story of course, a black bear that found, of course, pretty much tons and tons of cocaine and actually make it work as a horror movie? Yeah, that I'm actually beginning to question for sure, so I'm pretty sure from what I can recall, I think the people actually making this movie are of course being like, okay, so how are we gonna make a movie about a bear that's high on cocaine work? Well, how about we make it into a really bizarre horror comedy? Perfect! Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that's pretty much what they decided to go for around the time this movie got greenlit for sure, so but yeah, I guess if anything story-wise, yeah, I think they actually threw in as much crazy shit as you could imagine for sure, but I won't lie, I say it actually is structured out just fine for sure, which actually does make it actually incredible for sure. I think if anything, it did start off, of course, pretty much the actual true event that actually did happen for sure. But once that is already taken care of, it actually does play out like some crazy and bizarre horror movie that you would actually expect. Like I said, any sense of logic and reality is of course rolled up and it's thrown completely out the window for sure, so... But yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can gather. It's about as crazy and bizarre as you would expect for, of course, the film's story. But he actually does know what he has to do for sure, as he pretty much as its own horror movie for sure. And yeah, I won't lie, I will admit there are some massive bumps for sure, as well as some scenes that are, of course, completely cut out that I just pretty much... that did make me question, are we missing a few scenes here? I mean, what's going on? So, but in the end, I think I really do, I actually really do like the way they structured out, of course, the story for, of course, this film for sure. And plus, I really do like the way that, seeing of how it is set in the 80s for sure. Yeah, I guess it actually makes sense to doing in that said time period, as not only the actual cocaine bear incident actually did happen, but it was also a rise where, of course, pretty much PSAs about drugs and stuff is actually a bit of a common theme for sure, to which, yeah, it actually does make sense. Drugs is, of course, a massive issue that's been going around for many, many years for sure, and yeah, we have been pretty much dealing with, of course, a lot of the hang-up for sure, and even a good number of people actually educating us as kids pretty much about the dangers of drugs. I mean, it actually kind of makes sense. You actually learned about drugs. I learned about drugs as well. Pretty much everyone else has time for sure. Yeah, whether it be, of course, pretty much classroom lectures you would go to at school, or of course seeing drug PSAs on television. So yeah, I actually think this movie really did a fine job, and of course pretty much handling that for sure. It's about as crazy and bizarre as you would imagine, and yeah, I did wish there are some scenes that would have been added in for sure that will avoid me asking the question, did we just miss some scenes here? I mean, what's going on? But the way they've actually did it is actually structured out quite well, and I'm really impressed in the end on the way they've actually done it for sure. So, and of course, the same thing can be said for, of course, another aspect for, of course, this film, which is, of course, well, the writing for, of course, this film. I mean, sure, I think there may be a few parts in this movie that I just don't think actually is written out very well, but everything else that I can say for sure is actually structured incredible for sure. The way they've actually laid out this movie writing-wise, everything from, of course, the action, and of course the dialogue, and pretty much everything else, it actually does work incredibly well, and I'm impressed on the way this movie actually did capture that for sure. So, and of course, if anything, probably another aspect that I actually really do love, and of course, this film is, of course, the comedy, and yeah, I have to say, probably I think the strongest thing that I can say on, of course, this film, aside from, of course, the story and the writing, and my massive problems I do have with, of course, this film that I did talk about in those two aspects, I will have to say the comedy, I have to say, yeah, I have to admit, it is brilliantly timed out for sure. Pretty much almost every single joke that I've actually heard throughout the course of this movie actually did got me a really good laugh for sure. And yeah, even a few select parts in this movie with, of course, some of the craziness that's going on for sure. I was like, oh my god, what the hell am I looking at? Yeah, I say they really did land massively well for sure. I love, of course, how well this movie actually did capture that for sure. It is, of course, what you would expect for sure. And yeah, I actually did get a really good laugh out of course, pretty much a good number of them for sure. So yeah. I guess it's what I can say, of course, on that front. Those three that I mentioned for sure, they actually did work very, very well, and I am really impressed for sure on how it actually turned out. So yeah. that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so now that I've actually got those out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I should talk about with, of course, this film. And that being, of course, well, the characters. And yeah, I guess if I pretty much of anything, the characters of course this film to correspond with, of course, pretty much the true event this movie is loosely based on, for sure. Yeah, I guess I will admit, I actually will have to say, I really do like the way the characters are actually structured out, for sure. I mean, they're not great characters by all means, for sure, and I don't know who to root for, and who I think, oh, yeah, he's gonna die, so. But no, I actually do like the way the characters are, of course, structured out, for sure. I mean, yeah, I think I wish they could have added a whole lot more stuff to make them all the more interesting, just so that I can root for them and see if they can make it out of a situation alive, like in any other horror movie, for sure. So, but I will have to say they really did a fine job with, of course, the characters, and I really do get a good sense of development from, of course, these ones. Every single, yeah, almost every single one of them I've actually seen actually do have their own arc, for sure, and how they're willing to, of course, well, get out of the situation that they're in for sure. Which is actually quite saying a whole lot, because, yeah, it's rather admittedly for me to say that, given to, of course, this is a movie about a bear that is high on cocaine. Yeah. That is what I can say on that front, so yeah, I guess it's all what I can say for, of course, the characters, for sure, so. But, of course, another aspect that I can say is, of course, the actors playing all these characters, which, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I will have to say, I really do like the way the movie is, of course, well, casting out, for sure. Every single one of the actors they brought in, for sure. Yeah, I will have to say they're really good choices, I have to say, and they actually did pull off some pretty good performances, in my opinion, for sure. I think 3 of them that I can mention at the top of my head actually does stand me out a whole lot more. For starters is, of course, Kerry Russell, and yeah, I will have to say, she's probably by far a really great, pretty much a great actress to me, of course, this film, and I say she really does shine through in, of course, this movie in its entirety, and you would not, and not to mention, she is actually a pretty much a very wise character that she's playing, and not to mention she's a bit of a badass, for sure, so yeah, I guess if anything, Kerry Russell actually really does stand out well in this movie, and I do find myself rooting for her every single time I've actually seen on screen, for sure, so yeah, and of course another one of the actors they brought in for, of course, this movie is, of course, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and yeah, I will have to admit, I say he really does stand out a whole lot, for sure, and I mean, pretty much he's basically the guy who is the son of Ice Cube. You heard right, O'Shea Jackson Jr., the fucking son of well-known rapper Ice Cube. Yeah, he's actually, he really does stand out well in, of course, this movie, for sure, so yeah, literally every single time I see him on screen, again, I will have to admit, pretty much, much like Kerry Russell, he is a bit of a badass, for sure, and I really do like on how well invested I am with his performance in its entirety. I say he really does lay in the spot, hands down, with his acting, and it is actually really quite interesting to actually witness, for sure. So yeah, he too is a whole lot of fun to watch. But by far, pretty much the best one I can say, in my opinion, would definitely have to be, of course, Ray Liotta. So yeah, I mean, it's no big surprise that Ray Liotta is, of course, a really talented actor for sure, and has been credited in some well-known movies throughout his entire career for sure. And to me, I think he actually really does stand out well in, of course, this movie. And it's actually a good thing that I should mention this for sure, because this movie is, in fact, made in memory of him because, well, he, of course, sadly passed away right around last year, so yeah. I guess it is such a tragic loss for sure, but I knew for sure they really dedicated this movie entirely to him for sure, and I'm impressed with, of course, the way they've actually done it. So yeah, to Ray Liotta, may you and your incredible talent behind the, pretty much on the silver screen, rest in peace. So yeah, I guess it's what I can say for Ray Liotta for sure. He definitely really pulled off a really good performance for this movie for sure. And yeah, like I said, rest in peace, Ray Liotta. You've done well. You've done very well. So yeah, I guess stepping aside from, of course, all that for sure, yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say in its entirety. Pretty much both the characters and the actors, yeah, I will have to say they are really good in my opinion, and I really do like the way how well it's actually turned out for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Ooh. Well, that was a close one. Happens a whole lot, so yeah, it'll dry off eventually, so yeah, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. For starters is, of course, the visuals and the effects in, of course, this film, and yeah, I will have to admit, pretty much seeing that on screen, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'd say they really stand out well with, of course, the visuals and the effects in this film. Literally everything that I've actually seen on screen, it actually does look absolutely incredible for sure, so yeah, probably I think, if anything, the bear they've actually showcased on screen for sure, or I guess in this case, well, the cocaine bear, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he actually, yeah, pretty much, if anything, the cocaine bear they've actually showcased on screen, it actually is really incredible, and it's just unbelievable the way they've actually captured the Haga into entirety, and the way they've actually pretty much got the basics down for sure, as well as, of course, its texture and everything else that you could imagine. You really do feel like that bear is actually alive for sure. So yeah, it's not some dumb CG puppet they decide to throw in. No, you really do feel like that bear is actually alive for sure. So yeah, I think that actually does work well for sure, and it really does land the spot for sure, and yeah. And of course, seeing how this is a horror movie, well, you gotta have plenty of stuff that you could imagine for any horror movie for sure. Pretty much, if anything, you need, I think you need scares, you need the right amount of gore and violence, and you even need a little bit of blood for sure, and not to mention, you even need plenty of people getting killed for sure, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, much like with what I have to say about the comedy, I say this movie actually really does land it very well, of course, with what it's actually done for sure. The kills, and of course, this movie is actually done very well, which, yeah, obviously enough, it's just nothing but people getting attacked by the cocaine bear itself for sure, and yeah, I have to say, it really does work well in my opinion. Yeah, I think literally when you see someone die in, of course, this film, you really do feel like they've actually died for sure in its entirety. And yeah, I will have to say, I really do like the way they've actually had a good fair amount of course, blood and gore they actually threw in for sure. They didn't go bizarrely over the top where you actually pretty much just run to the bathroom, or of course grab a paper bag and just threw up into it. No, they actually kept it nice and basic for sure, and yeah, I guess if anything, I say they did a fine job with, of course, doing exactly that for sure. So, though I shouldn't talk about it too much for sure, because I know it'll make a lot of you guys nauseous for sure. So, I think I should probably stop there and move on for sure. So yeah, I definitely need a drink on that before I move on. Much better. So anyways, moving on for sure. Next up is, of course, pretty much the direction, of course, this film, which, yeah, interestingly enough, it is, of course, pretty much this film is, of course, directed by actress turned director Elizabeth Banks, to which, yeah, I guess if anything, I do have a lot of good amount of respect for Elizabeth Banks for sure. I've seen her in plenty of good movies in the past for sure, and she does know how to give off a really good performance for sure. And of course, in terms of directing for sure, so far she pretty much, aside from, of course, this film, she has, of course, directed both Pitch Perfect 2 and the 2019 Charlie's Angels remake for sure, to which I haven't seen either one of them for sure, but yeah, I think that's another topic for another day for sure, bud. But the way they've actually pretty much I think the way she actually directed this film is actually really spot on for sure, and I really do like on how well it's actually well done for sure. Elizabeth Banks did a really good job directing this film as best as she can for sure, and I really do love the way it's actually turned out for sure. So yeah, and of course, on top of everything else that I can say, to which, yeah, I guess interesting enough, did I also forget to mention that this film is also produced by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, the guys behind 21 Jump Street and the Lego Movie? I think you can definitely see why on the hat, so yeah. Anyways, moving on, so yeah, and everything else that I can say, of course, for of course this film is that, well, if anything, I really do like the really great cinematography, as of course it provides some really great camera shots for sure. And I love on how well cut up this film is through some really great editing for sure. And most importantly, I say you did a fine job, and of course, pretty much capturing what I would think will happen if a bear was on cocaine, despite of how crazy, strange, and bizarre this movie actually turned out. So yeah, it's pretty much what you expect, hands down, but hey, I say you did deliver on, of course, exactly that. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that matter. Alright, so, yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything that I can say for, of course, this movie in its entirety. So yeah, I guess, overall, it's pretty much what you would expect for, of course, this movie for sure. So yeah, I guess overall, Cocaine Bear is, of course, as about as crazy, strange, and bizarre as you can imagine for sure. But at the same time, though, I say it did deliver, of course, what it's actually done for sure. I mean, sure, yeah, there could have been a whole lot of stuff that I wish could have been fixed up for sure, hence why I mentioned my massive problems I do have with, of course, this film. Like, maybe you could have added, like, maybe a few more scenes into it so that way it'll make a whole lot more sense, but I don't think this movie wanted to go that route and just wanted to do what it has to do for sure, and I think this film did a pretty good job, and of course doing exactly that. Not great, but still done pretty good in my opinion for sure. So yeah, do I think it's actually a really great movie in its entirety? Not particularly. That spot currently stands with, of course, Megan for the time being. But I do think this is a good one, nevertheless, for sure. So yeah, I guess if you are looking for something that is, in fact, crazy and bizarre to check out, but actually does have some good stuff that you would expect from a really good horror comedy, then I say this movie is actually well worth checking out for sure. So yeah, and I guess the moral of the story is, well, don't do drugs, especially cocaine. Or else if you do, a bear will come by and, of course, try to kill you just so that it can actually take up some of that stuff. So yeah, pretty much what you expect. A strange and bizarre horror comedy for sure, but actually gave us something rather good in the end. So yeah, not one of the best films I've actually seen this year by far, but it's still a crazy and bizarre and yet pretty good one to check out. So yeah, for my final score, yeah, I'll definitely be fair for, of course, this one. And yeah, I'll go ahead and give Cocaine Bear a 7.5 out of 10 as my final score. So yeah, not one of the best films I've actually seen this year, but it is actually a really good one to check out. And now that I finally got that out of the way, maybe I think it's best if I pretty much watch something, or of course do something that's a little bit more calm and mellow for sure, just to pretty much get over the madness that I've actually been through for sure. So yeah, but I guess until then, pretty much grab your hiking bags and of course make your way through the forest to see this strange and bizarre movie for yourself. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, let me know in the comment section below if you have seen Cocaine Bear and what you thought about it. I would definitely love to know, did you have the same experience that I had, or do you have something different, or if anything, do you think it's good, do you think it's terrible, or are you somewhere in between? I would love to know. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and yeah, now that I finally got that out of the way, excuse me for a second, so yeah, now that I got that out of the way, I think I might as well pretty much do something a little bit more calm and mellow that'll get me to return to reality, because yeah, I must have gone insane after seeing this movie for sure. So yeah, got a lot to do for, of course, this week to do something a little bit more calm and mellow, but hey, it's pretty much what I can do on that front. So yeah, and of course, let's not forget, I might as well get myself prepped up for TorCon coming up in the first weekend of March, so really can't wait for that. So yeah, I guess I might as well do that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next oh, wait a second. I don't think you can actually see this, but why is there a bunch of cocaine all around me for sure? I mean, it's not like... Oh. Well, that can't be good. Yeah, I don't know how that bear got here in the first place, but yeah, I think I must have really been through a whole lot after seeing this one. Yeah, well, yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in the next thoughts video. Take care, guys, and Boy, I really gotta stop dying in these videos right now. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with SamAttack4427's, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, Ackley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as joining our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and showing support to me on both of my wish lists on Amazon and Right Stuff Anime, and even supporting me with my link on Streamlabs that you can find on my Twitch page. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.